Hey there, it's Kate from Temperance Meadows, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to walk you through our templates, show you what we have, and offer you some tips on how to use them to really ramp up your Pinterest game, kind of give you some ideas of things that you can do. So the first thing I want to do is sort of walk you through what it will look like when you get your link. You'll get a PDF that has the link in it. You click that link, you'll be taken to a page that looks somewhat like this. There we go. And if you're not logged into Canva, it'll probably tell you to log in first. It might tell you after you click the Use Template button, but either way, you do need to be logged into your Canva account. And you can use our templates with either the free or the pro version, so you don't have to worry about that. And you'll just click this button that says Use Template, and it will automatically load these into your Canva account. So this is your copy, and you can re-download it anytime, as often as you want. You'll download a clean copy each time you click that link. It'll open up a blank version just like this. You can save it to another location in your Canva account. You can work directly on it. There's a lot of different ways you can go about working with these pins. Sometimes what I like to do is decide what it is I want to promote, and then I will come in and pick templates based on how many images I have. So for example, if I'm promoting something that really just has one good view, I will then maybe just pick one of the ones that just has one image on it. But if I'm doing a collection, I'll come down into one of our collection templates, and I'll go to that direct template, and I will copy it. Let it load up here. I will copy it by just rubber band selecting everything that's on the page. So you do that by clicking and dragging across everything, and then copying it by hitting either Control or Command C, and then going over to Canva and creating a new design. And I usually just search for Pinterest pins because it's easiest that way. And then pasting it using Control or Command V as in Victor. It will paste it right into that document, and then you can just work directly on this one. That's just a little free tip, but you could actually absolutely work inside of the original document, and you could do that too and just re-download a copy every time you wanted to start over. So real quick, just to walk you through, the first page you'll see, of course, is the terms of use, and we do encourage you to read those, and definitely email us if you have questions about how you can use these templates. We have a very generous terms of use because we want you to be able to use them as much as you can. We know they've helped us in our Pinterest game, and we know they'll really help you as well. And I created these templates just out of my own need. As a Zazzle designer and a Zazzle promoter, I noticed that all of the Zazzle product images are square or generally square. And when, Pinterest doesn't really prefer square images, it prefers these long images that are usually 1,000 pixels by 1,500 pixels. But when you looked at Canva's templates, a lot of their templates are really not designed for square images. They're designed for longer images or full photo images. So I found myself making my own templates, and I realized that if I need this, other people need this too, and that's how these templates were born. So what I started with was what my originally were my go-to templates were just these single images. So I'm actually going to zoom in so we can see these one at a time. So what we have here is just whoops, that's a little bit too zoomed, just one image. And then a space for your title and your call to action. And I put some branding and stuff down here at the bottom. All of this can be changed and adjusted. You can adjust the colors on any of these things. Just click on the item, and you'll go up here in the corner, and you can change the color to whatever you want. One of the great things about Canva is that once you put something in to the template, it will try to draw colors for you to help you design that. So if I'm going to be promoting, say, this business card here. And by the way, if you're unfamiliar with Canva, you just literally click and drag and drop it right in, and it will land right into your product, into your template. It's super easy. But once you do that, you'll notice that when you go to change the color, it tries to pull colors for you. So it says, oh, I see there's some navy blue in here. Wouldn't you like to have some navy blue? And it lets me change my colors right there. So it's really great the way that these Canva templates work, and they're going to be super easy for you to use. So I have this one with the square, and then I flip-flopped it and I put the title at the top and the square at the bottom. So now Pinterest sees this as different pins. So even if I had the same image here as I had here, and even the same text, Pinterest would see these as fresh pins. We also have several for two images, and I use this a lot when I'm doing the front and the back of a product. So I have one with the title at the top and then front, and then your images at the bottom. And then I have a couple of versions where it's just vertical, title at the bottom, vertical, title at the top. And I have this little cute arrow here, which you can change the colors of the arrows and the elements also to whatever you want to. So that's really a nice little feature to have. You can also use any of the elements that are available to you in your version of Canva. So I have the pro version of Canva. So I'm not sure if you see the same thing I do when you look at yours, but if I wanted to add something like flowers, I could just add some little decorations and things on here to just spice up my pin a little bit, but it's super easy to do. All right, so let's keep looking at what we have here. So that's two. And then we have three. I use this a lot for items. Sometimes on Zazzle, if you've ever noticed, a lot of times they give you an in situ picture or, a mock-up sort of how the product is being used. And then they'll show you the front of the product and the back of the product. Or like with paper products, they'll show you the front of the business card, then the back of the business card, and then the next screen will be front and back. I designed these specifically for those. So I might put the front and back view on the top, and then just the front, and then just the back, and set it up that way. And again, you can adjust any of these and colors, fonts, and change. And I'll show you some examples of these as we go through. And then I reversed it and put it over here, knowing that Pinterest will now see this as a fresh pin. So even though it might be the same images and it goes to the same link, Pinterest sees this as a fresh pin and is more likely to show that to my followers. I have two more versions of three with three images on it that I did with a little bit of a frame, and you can again adjust the color of that frame if you want. Do the same process here where I put a picture on the front and back on the other two slides, but you can put whatever you want. You can even remove these elements. Maybe you just have three things you want to showcase. Take the arrow out, you're golden. And this is the reverse order of the same. This is for when you have four. I use this a lot of times for if I have a small collection or just a few items that go together that I kind of want to group together. Maybe I want to group together some Father's Day cards or some Save the Date cards or something. I would put them together here. So I have four with the title at the top, space for a little call to action, four with the title at the bottom, same one. I use this particular pin quite a bit when I'm doing wedding invitation suites or party suites of any kind for Zazzle, because I'll put an image up here that has the main invitation, and then in the smaller boxes, I'll put other products that go with the party suite. So these are great. These ones with more slides on them or more templates on them are really great for promoting collections or groups of things that you want to put together. So I have that with the title on the left and another one with a title on the right. This one's virtually the same in that it has 5 images, but I wanted something that was a little bit fancier. So this is sort of the fancy one. Although you can change these fonts to anything you want. Any font you have available to you in your version of Canva, you can use in here. So that's kind of nice to know. And you can change again the colors of this ribbon in the back. You could remove it all together and just have a nice 5 standard images from Zazzle. This one's great for promoting collections. You'll actually see this one in one of my examples coming up here. I use this a lot for affiliate work. If I've got a collection I've put together, say, of car mats that I'm promoting, I'll go get all the images of the car mats and I'll drag them in and say, fancy car mats for her, or glitter gifts under $10 or something like that, and put them together. And it's really easy to promote collections this way. Sometimes I'll put the description of the item in here. Sometimes I'll just delete these and leave it blank and let the picture speak for itself. This is also collection, one that's great for collections, but there's white space at the top here so that I can add elements. Remember, I mentioned that you can add elements from Canva and whatever they have to offer. So I might, depending on what I'm doing, say I want to search for flowers and put in some flowers for my white space up here. So I might use the tools available to me in Canva. Put it in. There it goes. And decorate my pin a little bit that way. So that's why I left the white spot up there, just a little option for more decoration. These are wonderful for you reusing and repurposing Instagram posts. And I do use these for my pins as well. And because there's this amazing white space back here, that blank space that's just perfect and really eye-catching as a pin. But I love to use these, and I'll show you some examples. I love to use these for my Instagram posts and repurposing mock-ups that I've made that are just square images. They're not the Zazzle images. They're square images that I took the time to make and post on Instagram. But then how do you make an Instagram post go to Pinterest without it just looking like a boring square image, right? Take them and put them in one of these pins and it'll look fantastic. So I have it with the text at the top, and I have it with the text at the bottom. And then this is just one more that I made toward the end when I was building this set out, that I realized, I do kind of like to use a large picture of maybe the front and back together, and then the front on the bottom and the back over here. And I just wanted to add one more to kind of give you an extra one to work with. And this is the same, but in reverse. And then the last page just has extra copies of the arrows and the frames and things that I've used. If you need to use them, I just kind of put them in one space. Tells you the fonts I used, although like I said, you're free to use any font that you have available to you. The frames come in handy when you need to sort of make the image pop a little bit, and I'll show you in a few minutes how to use that. And then the arrows is just literally copying and pasting. This is the shadow. These templates do not come with shadows on them. Canva doesn't offer that feature. So I made a shadow myself and just put it up there. So I left the copy of the shadow down here for you in case you decide to add any of your own template fields. You could add the shadow too, so that you have that consistency. So that's all of the templates. You can see there's quite a bit, and you can really just go to town with these and just make amazing um, pins quickly and easily, which I'm going to actually show you in the next video, because I don't want this video to be too long. But if you just needed an overview or kind of know how to work with Canva, this is the best way to sort of go through your templates. If you're unfamiliar with how to get your products from Zazzle, your product images from Zazzle into Canva, I do want to show you that very quickly. So when you're over at Zazzle, I'm not even going to have to log in to show you this, but just to show you, when you're at Zazzle and you pick something that you want to um, promote, and it's presumably going to be your own product and you're selling something of your own. I picked something that was going to take a while to get through the designs. All right, let's just grab this first one here. So what I do is I open it up full so that I have the nice big picture to look at, but depending on the size of your screen, it's fine. Use whatever screen capture you have to capture the square image. The reason I open it is to get rid of that little plus sign there. So I'll just shrink the page down so that I can see the whole square image. And then, oops, too far. There we go. And then I'll use my screen capture tool to capture and capture this. So it's different for every computer, whatever you have on your computer. My computer is a PC, so I would use the screen capture tool to just capture the square image, and then I would save it to my computer. And once you save it to your computer, just in Canva, you're going to go to Uploads. You're going to click on this button that says Upload Media, and it's going to ask you where you saved it, whether you saved it to your device or your Google Drive. And you're going to click on that location, navigate to where you saved it, and then click it and upload it. So you can see that I've uploaded all my product images that I've been working with. And then from there, like I said before, it's literally just as easy as dragging and dropping it right into it. By the way, if you do drag in outside, you'll notice it pops into the background like that. You want to make sure you drag it over the box that you want to put it in, and then you get a nice view of the image. You could just drag them and drop them right in there. And look, that pin's practically ready to go. Just need to add title and and my branding. All right, so I'm going to move to another video just to sort of show you some examples of ways to use these pins, but definitely let us know if you have questions or you need help. We're here to help you, and we do want you to have a great time with these pins.